Welcome back to another episode of the Phoenix Truth Rising show. This is the Spaceman 2.0, here to tell you the truth so that you can grow into the knowledge of the mysteries of the holy source that created everything. So, with that being said, I'm going to continue on. Actually, we finished chapter 2. We're moving on to chapter 3. This is I am Ashtar from Here to Armageddon, and it's a Phoenix journal. These journals are put on the planet at this time to get the truth out and to reach the four corners of the earth so that man, that's human, woman as well, can know the truth. And the truth shall set you free. So with that being said, I'm going to start chapter 3. And this one is called See Your Goal. If I already read it, it's good to read it again because we need to read this a bunch of times. You can get a copy of this journal if you'd like for a small fee. Just email me at ec4lw@proton.me, and it will be in the description below if you'd like to know more about that. So, Ashtar, to resume, please. I salute you in a new and wondrous cycle upon your place. I come in service unto the Radiant One, the Mother, Father, Source, and humble in the joy of the creation. Okay, now, if you can see, this is from 1989. Okay, this material is from the 90s, and it's actually it's timeless because of the information set forth. With that being said, let's move on. See your goal. Above all, you must have belief and desire. Then you must move forth with persistence and tenacity. You must allow resilience and endurance to be your sustenance. See your goal and never take your eyes from it. Put your hand and trust in the master teacher, for he will lead you through the quagmire of evil upon you. It is the only way you shall make it through the earth experience in wholeness. I might give you insight at this point from experience in this particular commission under which I now function. I will tell you that which I told my crew from whom I served in the early beginnings of this mission. Commander Soltek was given a great and impossible task of bringing current all records of Earth changes and plotting probable upcoming changes. In addition, he would serve as a full commander within the ordinary functioning of a fleet, be ready for evacuation of our people from your place in the midst of great upheavals, etc. We only had a small task force of ships allotted to Earth supervision. I told him what I now tell you. We will endeavor to expand ourselves and to be everywhere at once with our unlimited abilities to do so. You must have dogged determination in any situation under all stresses. You are man, and you have created to excel in all manner and measure. I demand never to hear you say, I cannot. Man was created infinite and unlimited. Take your banner and become that which you're created to be. We grew in those times, and we will fill the needs of this time. We became the eyes of God surrounding your little planet, and we expanded our highest level, and we were literally where we were not. We relied not on our craft, for that limited us to inferiority of function. We became unlimited, as is our creative right. Eventually, more craft were added, divisions of responsibilities were assigned, and the mission expanded continually on to the point of tremendous scope that it is today. We found that if one chose to relinquish portions of his agreed upon function or fell to the wayside for any reason, we filled the gap and moved forward. We simply make a way where there is no way. You will do likewise. There are a few of you to do the impossible. You are doing it now. One step at a time, one day at a time. I know of that which you are capable, and you shall simply grow to that capability. If ones do not participate or fail to carry their fair share of the load, we will pick it up and waste no time with fiddling. We simply move forward. We are speaking of a transition of a planet and the placement of millions of your species. If I appear to have the discipline of a hardened military personnel, so be it. Without discipline and determination of goal for accomplishment, you will always be but unfinished perfection. My eyes are always to total victory for the forces of light, the balance of the creation, and for the totality of God and the laws thereof. I allow much, except I cannot. I will even accept I will not, but not graciously. You are not in my service to be rebellious nor seditious. My mission. My mission, dear friends, is to spiritually educate your backward planet and the ascension of your inhabitants through the initiation and gathering of information designed for that purpose. There can be no separation of purpose, especially at this point of evolution. You cannot hold to one job thinking it isolated and separate from another. There is no longer ability for separation. There is simply one phenomenal job to be accomplished in a very short period of what you recognize and label time. It is the time at hand where man moves on or off. We of the Cosmic Brotherhood of Light are at station and on constant alert. We are ready. Now we get you polished and prepared. Quickly, quickly, quickly. You have great and grand glories and experiences to bring into your consciousness, things of which are long forgotten for you old souls and teammates. You will enjoy your journey back home, old friends. If I have ever been the one in command of the starship, which is peculiarly the etheric navigational vehicle for the beloved Master. I was placed in command of that ship, which brought and released the soul of Emmanuel Sananda. I brought him home when that experience was finished, and I shall bring him forth again. He has commanded the host of these realms, as we have prepared sufficient space and facilities for each of the beings of Earth. It is now time that we remind the human of their direction and allow knowledge and truth to return into consciousness, that they might avail themselves of these gracious preparations. God has promised man a last opportunity. Chances are all gone. Last lift-off opportunity. Aton is benevolent and generous, but unbendingly just. I am interested in your spiritual status only as it relates to my mission and responsibility. If you choose to move with the Dark Brotherhood, so be it. Our job is to see to it that you are allowed to know the difference. If you deny the truth, 'tis of your own doing. The mission to be accomplished is the factor of import, where we are concerned, and not the quarreling over who thinks what and argues his bigoted thought patterns. I do not care if you function with us or do not. If, however, you are not willing to fill thy task, you will be moved aside. Indecision of personal entities will not be allowed to hinder the task of another to completion, for when one slows, it impacts all others. That can be dealt with in the past. We are moving past the point of dallying with while individuals make lingering decisions regarding placement, participation, etc. If you have forgotten your commitment, I suggest you be in the remembering or the removal of your body from our pathway. We have enormous boulders to surpass and crawl over. Do not leave your indecisive selves in the path to pull your brother down. All equal in the sight of God. Like all of my other brothers and sisters within the program of light, for lack of better definition, we are not to be worshipped or thought of as gods, any more than you can think of yourselves as gods. We are your comrades in the light of the radiant one of perfection, equal all in the sight of the Creator, each with a job to be fulfilled, a mission to be completed. It is regrettable that there is a tremendous tendency of humanity to focus attention upon a messenger rather than upon the message. Do not dawdle upon who brings truth. Pay attention to the truth. Do not grab up these manuals to see who brings what. Snatch them quickly up onto your consciousness, that you might learn truth and receive of your instructions. Let us build no more stupid churches of half-truths or total lies. You have paid enough for those errors. Overemphasis on personal revelation weakens the strength of the mission, which is geared to the spiritual growth of mankind, that he might find his placement. If I could label my responsibilities in order of importance to the overall, I would take the one as protector and defender. My mission is as a protector of humanity and the fate of your planet Earth at this time, as well as a defender, protector of the solar system and its affairs. Fortunately or unfortunately, as the case may be, you are both. My experience is at a higher administrative level with the archangels. Some have even projected me to be Gabriel. I think most of my connection with Sananda. I am not Gabriel, but Gabriel is most close to my space at all times. There is, however, another of the archangels with whom I am what you would call interchangeable. That has not to do with this subject at this time, and I request that you ones in my command give no further thought to it at this time. When we meet in conference, I want no personal tidbits in thy minds. The mission is great. My personal interchanges are of no consequence to you whatsoever. I am efforting at clearing up prominent questions that we may drop the subject henceforth. I hope you hear and understand my meaning and clarity. Do not prompt forth my sternness and severe personality aspects. You are not on a current day, New Age romp through the metaphysical bookstore to play with your cards and sticks and crystals. I care not which colors you put upon your bodies. I care not if you put nothing upon your bodies. I suppose I prefer you cover yourself, for your brethren are so easily distracted by such garbage. So, with that being said, we're going to finish this section off, and we're going to get into nothing new about spacemen in the next one. So this is part 4, and we're going to come up with part 5 very shortly. This is Spaceman 2.0 with the Phoenix Truth Rising Show, here to help you know the truth and help you grow. And with that being said, I'm a spaceman.